In this video, we're going to talk about how to set up your first-time homebuyer program in the Facebook ad system so you can start generating clicks and leads the same day you set it up. So here's how to do it. So start from your personal Facebook account. Click on the little drop-down menu in the top right corner. Go to Create Ads. Facebook ad system will load, and you'll see this page. Now we're going to be using a send people to your website ad and drive clicks to your new lead capture page on your mobile responsive website outside of Facebook. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do here is copy and paste the URL or web link of the First Time Homebuyer Program web page that we built for you. And you should be able to find this in the email that we sent you right after your system was built. Okay, so go over and just paste that in to this box here. I'm just going to choose a box that I've already got in here for a previous page we were advertising. Now don't do anything with choose a pixel. We don't need to do that. So just hit continue. Now we're going to change this campaign name real quick. Say First Time Homebuyer Program. Now you want to scroll down to the next area, and the first thing you want to do is put in the city in which you plan on generating business from. So this would be your center of your sales territory. And for this example, I'm going to say Atlanta, Georgia, which is where I'm located right now. Facebook will automatically put a radius around that. It's put in 25-mile radius. Maybe I'll go a little tighter and just say 10-mile. So you can pick anything you want here. You can even go in between these. You can't go lower than 10 miles, but you can go anything between these 10-mile, 25, and 50-mile by choosing custom and typing in the number that you want around your area. So I'm just going to leave it at 10 miles. We're going to scroll down. You always want to make sure that you change this age range. It'll start at 18. Let's bump it up to 28. You always want to make sure that you're targeting people who are able to buy houses. So not just fresh out of school, without income or jobs yet. Bump it up because this is mass marketing. So you want the majority of the people at the age range that you're targeting to be able to buy a home. Okay? So after that, we're going to scroll down. We're going to leave all gender, men and women, doesn't matter. Now under more demographics, you always want to do this. Go under home. Let's try that again. Go under home, click on home ownership. Because it's a first-time homebuyer program, we certainly want first-time homebuyers, and we're going to choose renters as well. Okay, so that gives me 380,000 people flagged as renters or first-time homebuyers. That is the audience we want to go after with a first-time homebuyer program. Obviously, most of these people will be renters or first-time homebuyers. Now, one caveat here. If you do have one of those down payment assistance programs that also apply to people buying their next home who are currently homeowners, you may just want to, leave these all blank so that you include all of them, or you can also click home ownership. Now let's try that again, and also select homeowners. So you could select all three of these, or you could just leave it blank. That way it'll automatically select all three of those. Okay? So just know the details of your program. If it also does apply to homeowners, you may want to include these folks as well. Okay? Okay, after that, we're done targeting. Just scroll past that. We're going down to the budget section. We always recommend starting at $5 a day. Okay? Now, you also want to change something else. You want to go to link clicks to website, pay per impression, and change that to link clicks to website, pay per link click. You only want to pay when someone clicks through to your sign up page. Okay? Those will be the most serious people, and you only want to pay when serious people come to your message, come to your sign up page. So choose this. Then we've got to do one other thing. We've got to click this radio button to set the bid we're willing to pay per link click. Okay, you don't want to leave that arbitrary and let Facebook kind of figure out what that's going to be. Again, click this radio button, set the bid you're willing to pay. It'll give you a range underneath. Now, if you're under $1 a click here, I would highly recommend putting your target bid per link click a little bit above this high end of the range. So if they're at 80 on the high end, I'm going to go 83. That is the maximum. You will not pay that amount. All right, you're going to pay less than that. But this is going to ensure that your ad gets served. A lot of these ads will fizzle out if you go on the cheap side of things here. Your Facebook won't send your ad out because it's not going to make enough money. All right, so remember, you're competing with other advertisers for the same audience. If you're willing to pay a little bit more and you put a bid that's a little over the high range here, you'll get more traction right away. And remember, you won't pay that whole amount. You're going to pay something less than that. Okay, so clicks under $1 are really cheap compared to Google clicks. So again, when you're at 50, 60, 70 cents, which is what I would expect these clicks to come in at, that is dirt cheap. Okay. All right. So time to scroll down, and we're going to create our ad. And this is very important. I'm going to give you word for word what to say in your ad. First thing you're going to do is put select images. And by the way, we're only doing single image ads here, not multiple image ads that have like a carousel of pictures. Single image ads are what we're doing. Click select images. All right. Now, all you have to do is click upload images and find the Facebook ad graphic that we custom built for you. Okay, we would have attached it to an email when we told you your system was ready to go. We do your ad graphics for you so they are compliant with Facebook's ad terms. No need for you to learn how to do that. No need for you to figure out how to do graphic design and all that. Just use the graphic we gave you. And okay, so when I click upload, it's just going to take you out to your computer, your file folder system, and ask you to find the picture you want to upload. I'm going to do that now. Okay, now I'm just using an example file here. It doesn't tie exactly to the Atlanta area I'm using for an example, but you get the gist, okay? So once you upload your picture, you should see it says 600 by 315. You'll know you've got the right graphic. Make sure your Facebook page is listed right here. All right, now the important part. We're going to change the text for the headline here. It's going to say, buy a home and save, question mark. Okay, so make sure you put that in the headline. Use the capitalization just like we do here, and the question mark just like we do here. Then go to the text area. We're going to delete all this, and we're going to write different text. Okay, so start it with your city name. So for this example, we are saying Atlanta renters, colon, amazing new program helps renters buy a new home. I'm sorry, hold on. Buy a home and pay less each month, period. So obviously substitute your city that you're targeting here. Instead of using the word Atlanta, put your city name in there. If you're kind of covering an area, you could say, you know, your city with the word area, Atlanta area renters, or your city's area renters. Okay, I'm going to take that back out, but that would work as well. Okay, we're done with that. Call to action button. We're going to change this to learn more. Then we're going to also change one more thing under show advanced options. We're going to type something in this news feed link description. Here's what you're going to put in there. New program shows renters how to buy a home in, again, substitute your city name here, for as little as, now in this case it's saying 500 down. Your program might be 0 down. Just check out the landing page we made for you. We probably spelled that out on there. So this could either be 500, 1,000, 0, or something else in between. Okay? But put in what your program is for dollar amount. So if it's 0 down, put 0 down. If it's 500 down, you know, so on. So new program shows renters how to buy a home in Atlanta for as little as 500 down and pay less than you pay in rent each month. So just tweak that a little bit for your program, but that's the gist of what we want in the news feed link description. Another thing, we're going to turn off the right column by clicking remove, and we're going to turn off the audience network by clicking remove. That means our ads are only going to go into the news feeds on desktops, and this is what it'll look like there. And then it'll go on cell phones in the news feed, cell phones and tablets that use Facebook's mobile app. This is what it'll look like in those news feeds on the mobile app. Okay? That's all. Those are the only two places we want it to go. In the news feed on mobile, in the news feed on desktops. We're going to shut off these right column ads and audience network. Okay? We're ready to place the order. All you do is click place order, which I'm not going to do here because this is a fictitious example, but this is exactly how you're going to set up your first-time home buyer ad for best results. A word of warning, okay? Sometimes your ad will fizzle out before it gets going. We see this quite a bit. If you go too low on your cost per click when you're bidding right here, Facebook might show it to 50 people, not get a click, not make any money, and they basically fizzle out your ad and stop showing it to people. Okay? You want to watch that. Make sure that you're spending your $5 a day. If you are, you should be getting leads, every day or every other day on this sort of program at $5 of advertising. Okay, that's typically what we see. You should not go more than $15 of advertising without a lead. If you do, something is wrong. Okay? Maybe give us a call. We'll be happy to scope it out and give you the tweaks to get it rolling again. But remember, if your ad fizzles out, you might bump up this range. And if you look, when we change the placements, it's now suggesting 90 cents for the high side. So I'm going to tweak this a little bit. I'm going to put 93 instead of 83 just to make sure I'm getting some traction out there. I don't want this thing to fizzle out. All right. The other thing that could get your ad to fizzle out is the audience size. If you've got some teeny tiny potential reach of 10 or 20,000 people, your ad may fizzle out. And here's why. If you're targeting 10,000 people, not all of those 10,000 people are going to be on Facebook when you're running your ad. Maybe 5,000 of them are. Okay, so now you've got a pretty small audience. Who knows what kind of activity those 5,000 are doing? Are they scrolling through their news feed, or are they just kind of, writing something on their timeline and getting out of there before they even see an ad? So these are all the little ins and outs that you have to watch for to make sure that your ad gets going and gets out there and gets noticed and gets clicked so you get leads. So make sure your audience size isn't too small here. You want over 100,000 or so if possible, or as close to that as you can get. That way you won't fizzle your ad out based on the size of your audience. And again, you want this to be a little on the aggressive side so Facebook looks like and feels like they're going to make some money by showing your ads out in front of people. And remember, Facebook only makes money when they click on your ad. So they may have to send your ad to 100 or 200 people before they get a click. And Facebook wants to make sure that they're actually making some money. All right? So as long as this is under $1, I would recommend coming to the high side of this. Now, traditionally, we see this range kind of go between 35 and 75 cents. This is a little bit outside of that, a little on the high side. This will vary based on day to day, who's advertising. Oh, and here's one other thing. We are now, at the time of doing this video for you all, we have entered the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter, because of the holiday season, there are way more advertisers. Your pricing on ads do go up in the fourth quarter. They will come back down in the first, second, and third quarters of the year. But when we get into the fourth quarter with holiday advertising going on, typically these numbers do go up. Okay, so it is now the end of October. It's almost November. This is what we see every year in that regard. Okay, well, I hope that gives you some insight and a step-by-step how to get your ad running and how to watch to make sure it doesn't fizzle out. But if you do run into any problems, just shoot us an email over at support@get100listings.com. We're happy to help you get this thing rocking and rolling so you get more first-time home buyer leads every day on Facebook. Take care.